Just wanted to give you a show. It's a little overcast here. I think I'm going up that hill. I'm shooting for like 17.8 today. We'll see how it goes. But yesterday was an interesting day. They're all interesting. I was relatively close to water, but I got a lot of water last night, so I don't need any. I'm carrying a liter and a half, maybe a little bit more. It started raining about a half hour before I got down to where I was going, and I did put my rain jacket on and had the pit zips under the arms open, so at least I could get a little bit of ventilation. I have a Marmot precip jacket that I paid about 60 bucks for, and I really like the jacket. I use it a lot at home, just going out in the rain. Plus it gives you a little bit of an extra layer when you're hiking. So last night I got to bed probably at 19:30, and it rained all night. It was kind of nippy too. I think it was hovering between freezing. I get up, I had some ice on the fly of the tent, and also when I was taking the poles apart, it was a project because a bunch of them were frozen, but you know, a little wiggle and a twist, and that did it. It says for the next 1.4 section of the trail as you head south my direction, see remnants of a small farm community along Brown Mountain Creek. It says this community disbanded in the early 1920s when they sold their land to the Forest Service. Okay, there's some remnants of the community over there. But for the most part, you can camp anywhere along the trail. You know, you just get off the trail, get out. You don't want to park right on the trail itself, and follow the leave no trace principles that everybody's supposed to adhere to. Now I know Hog Camp Gap was a popular place with the locals because there's a couple of secondary roads that lead in there. But the unfortunate thing is, and this is not a dig on, you know, John Q. Public, but I think most of it's more ignorance than, you know, latent abuse. But the whole idea of leave no trace is 7 principles, blah blah blah. But basically, it's pack out what you take in. And so, an example is, I could see trash, I could see a few beer bottles. Probably the thing that disappointed me the most, and you see this occasionally, is I walked by a wooded area and I saw you know, a bunch of toilet paper right there. So, you know, the whole idea about doing the pooping in the woods thing is dig your cat hole 6 inches, 8 if you can. Do your business, you know. Ideally, you know, like to pack everything out, but it's kind of accepted that you can leave the toilet paper, but if you use a baby wipe or anything like that, you need to pack those out. And, you know, just kind of bury it, stick a stick in it just to kind of give somebody an indicator that a human has been there. And that'll help, and it doesn't make the mess of the camping area or the wooded area. I think the very vast majority will adhere to those principles and would take care of Mother Nature to keep her as pristine as we can. Normally, when I do my route planning, I try to shoot for a route that'll take me from one shelter to the next. And the idea about the shelters, of which I'm coming up to one that is right on the trail. I'll flip the camera around. It's right next to the trail, which is pretty cool. It's got a fire pit, it's got a picnic table out front there. I don't see any bear pole or bear box or anything to that end, which brings me to my next point. I'll kind of use a shelter as a point, because normally, and I'm in kind of not normal area right now, but normally a shelter will provide an opportunity to get out of the weather if you need that. Sort of a picnic table, maybe a fire pit, And what I thought all of them would have is a bear pole or a bear box or somewhere, some easy way to store your stuff, your smellables and your food. But I'm finding that's not the case here. So, like this shelter has a water point right here. Most shelters have a water point very close to them. Some don't. Some it's a little bit of a hike. So my thing about the shelters is if you have a place to store your food, an easy way to do that rather than hanging your bed bag, and you have a water point, that's kind of 2 out of 3 big things that would drive me to a shelter. But without the bear pole, I'm kind of bypassing them. That's why I did the stealth thing last night. This is the blazes on the bridge, showing you this is the way to the pass. Continue on across this nice bridge. And continue my way along the trail. So it's turned out to be a beautiful day out here. Sun came out. That rock right there, when I stepped on that, my feet slipped. Almost went on my butt. I just came out of the woods here and I see this big beautiful body of water. I looked at Garmin and apparently this is the Lynchburg Reservoir. I'm at 13.1. I got another bridge I'm going across. Was gonna head to Punch Bowl Shelter, which is about 2.9 ahead of me, I think. But I'm running out of daylight and gas is a little low in the tank. I do know that Virginia 607 is coming up in 2.2 miles or so. And it's got water there. And there's supposed to be some stealth sites, so I might break there because Punch Bowl Shelter, reading a couple of different things about the water, and I'm guessing there's no bear pole, and